These are two names in the entertainment industry right now that have existed pretty much forever, and it seems like they'll live on forever. We're talking about the cinematic rampage of the Godzilla and King Kong movies. At this point, we've seen multiple movies and shows come out about the two monsters, and we're here to tell you that a lot more are coming. In this video, we'll talk about all the upcoming Godzilla and Kong projects. First up, we have the untitled Godzilla vs. Kong sequel. The MonsterVerse series has already announced its fifth movie. Legendary Pictures stated that it'll direct a sequel to the 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong movie. While there haven't been any more major details revealed, we still squeezed out all the details we could. The movie will feature both the monsters and is already being filmed as we speak. That means that the production of the film has started. When it comes to the plot, we know that it'll show Godzilla and King Kong teaming up against a bigger threat from within the Hollow Earth. The villain of the sequel and the title remains a mystery that'll be solved only if they reveal it, but fans did speculate that the villain could indicate Toho monsters such as Megalon, Space Godzilla, Gigan, and Billante. The director for Godzilla vs. Kong, Adam Wingard, is confirmed to return for the upcoming movie. Brian Tyree Henry, Rebecca Hall, and Kaylee Hoddle will also be reprising their roles, but the main character is always one of the most anticipated. The Downton Abbey star Dan Stevens is said to be cast as the lead role, with Fala Chen and Alex Ferns joining the party. We do have a release date for the sequel, which is March 15th of 2024. That'd be almost 3 years after the original came out. Up next, we have the Skull Island TV series. In January of 2021, Legendary and Netflix gave us a surprise when they announced that the MonsterVerse will be expanding into a television series. It'll be an animated Skull Island series, and we couldn't be more excited that Powerhouse Animation Studios will produce the show in an anime style. They previously worked on Netflix such series as Castlevania, and the plot is going to consist of a group of shipwrecked humans that'll be trying to escape the island full of giant monsters. Godzilla's already been seen on screen in a Netflix animation, including the Toho-produced trilogy of anime films and the Godzilla Singular Point series. Skull Island could be doing the same for Kong. The Love and Monsters screenwriter Brian Duffield and Jacob Robinson are the showrunners for the show, but since the initial announcements, no other information was revealed to the public. The project is still in development, so there are speculations that we might get a surprise release or a big announcement in the future. In addition to that, we'll see the pair in the MonsterVerse TV series. The MonsterVerse series is not coming slow. Along with everything else, they'll also be producing a live-action TV series. It'll make its way to Apple TV+. Basically, wherever you go, the big monsters will follow. The series is set after the events of Godzilla, King of the Monsters. It'll feature a family investigating their connection to the suspicious Monarch organization and, of course, the rise of giant monsters worldwide. The series sounds like it'll be focused more on humans trying to adapt to the world of giant monsters, but don't worry, there'll at least be some kaiju action. The series will be written by the TV veteran Chris Black and acclaimed comics writer Matt Fraction, and he'll be sharing a fraction of his talent when writing the current series. The cast will be headlined by Kurt Russell and his son Wyatt, known for his work in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Other confirmed talent cast include Anna Sawai, Kiersey Clemens, and Ron Watabe. Filming starting of July and this year in Vancouver, with WandaVision director Matt Sharkman behind the camera leading the first 2 episodes. Following that, Disney isn't far behind. So along with Netflix and Apple TV, Disney's coming in hot with the shocking announcement for a King Kong-based streaming series on its Disney Plus platforms. It's said to be closer to the original movie and will explore the life and origin of King Kong on Skull Island. Best known for his multiple original horror franchises and directing blockbusters like Aquaman, James Wan will lead Disney's reimagining of the story. As of now, no further details have been released. Moving on, why are there so many projects in development? One of the reasons for the many different versions of Godzilla and Kong over the years is because of the nature of the rights of both monsters. If you notice, many different streaming services or organizations are producing shows related to the monsters. Well, Godzilla and the associated kaiju are owned by the Japanese studio Toho. They produce their own line of Japanese language movies that are different from the MonsterVerse franchise. Toho hasn't had a live action since 2016, but might be developing a full kaiju universe. This means that we might be seeing many Japanese films and series in the years to come, along with the projects that we mentioned. Toho licensing the American rights of Godzilla to Legendary Pictures. Their movies are distributed among Warner Bros., but the studio isn't part of the major media conglomerations. Reports suggest that Legendary is looking to move to a different distributor. With King Kong, the situation is much more complicated. The original movie, released in 1933, hasn't entered the public domain in that time. Many studios have complained ownership at various points, like the director Marion C. Cooper and his descendants, which includes Hollywood studio RKO and Universal Pictures. Cooper didn't renew New is copyright making Kong and the storyline public domain. Basically, the legal situation means that anyone can make a King Kong movie, show, or other media. Only some plot elements introduced in MonsterVerse are under copyright. Now, moving on to other related news that might interest you. First up, Godzilla vs. Kong 2 details hint at a villain. The details for the sequel indicate that the MonsterVerse is about to reveal a secret Titan War villain. The war's basically a conflict between Godzilla's species and Kong's ancestors. From the way things are looking, their primary opponents were each only other and no one else. A source detailed the movie will explore the mythic battle that helped make those extraordinary beings and cuff them to humankind. Godzilla and Kong will also team up to fight an undiscovered thread hidden in the fictional world. The so-called undiscovered threat is the sequel mystery villain. Adding a third party would deepen the lore of the MonsterVerse and raise more questions about the Titan War. This also reveals that this team up against Mechagodzilla wasn't the first time they fought together on the same side. Next up, Godzilla vs. Kong's Isa Gonzalez addresses rumors of casting in Daredevil. Charlie Cox's place in the MCU was granted when Kevin Feige announced Daredevil Born Again. There are very little information about how the series that'll feature 18 episodes, but a lot of speculation on who else could be a part of the series. There have been new rumors about who could appear as Elektra in the revival of the Daredevil franchise. Baby Driver star Elsa Gonzalez is said to be the actress expected to take on the role, previously acquired by Jennifer Garner and Elodie Young. But unfortunately for fans, Gonzalez has addressed these rumors now. She dismissed the rumors on Twitter. Her tweet said she just wants to get this out of the way because the amount of hate she's getting is confusing and she'd rather have people save their energy. The actress explicitly announced that she won't be cast to Elektra in Daredevil. Plenty of stars do debunk casting rumors before official announcements are made. The current contract suggests that her statement is a simple denial and doesn't have any hidden meaning. Finally, speaking of the cast, the Godzilla TV show adds Inventing Anna star. Godzilla and the Titans will be airing as a new series on Apple TV, and we have some good news. Inventing Anna stars Anders Holm has joined the cast. He's the latest to join the live-action series from Legendary Television as part of the MonsterVerse franchise. Deadline reported that this series will pick up after the events in the earlier films Kong, Skull Island, and Godzilla. He'll be joining the cast that has already been announced, but we have to say that there's little known about the respective roles they'll be portraying. Either way, it sounds like a pretty good cost. It'll explore the link to the Monarch, which is a secret organization that hunts and studies the giants. The 4 previous films of the MonsterVerse have collectively made around $2 billion at the global box office. The show will be following a pretty successful series, so there are some pretty high expectations to meet. Holm is best known for his role in Inventing Anna, and he's also starred in the Mindy Project, The Intern, and How to Be Single. All in all, we're excited to see the cast and what the series will entail. And that's a wrap for this video, my friends. What do you think about the upcoming shows and movies? Which one do you reckon would be the best? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming by. We'll see you in the next one.